I know that feeling of living a dual life, where your heart is in one place, but your daily grind is in another. As expats, we often feel like we're walking a tightrope between two worlds, and that comes with unique pressures. I remember checking my bank balance every morning, terrified of a single what if happening on either side of the ocean. What if I lost my job here? What if a family emergency happened back home in India and I couldn't get there in time? I realized that to truly thrive as an NRI, I needed a safety net that respected the full reality of my life. I stopped trying to force my finances into a single box and built a blueprint that covers both of my worlds. Today, I want to share exactly how I manage my dual country emergency fund to eliminate that what-if anxiety forever. It's a strategy built for the complex reality we live every day, ensuring liquidity exactly where it's needed. Let's break down the exact numbers and where I keep them so you can see how this foundation works. My life in Canada requires its own fortress. I maintain a host country fund of $24,000 for total peace of mind. This $24,000 is my 6-month survival wall, specifically calculated to cover every essential expense here in the West. But I don't stop there. My roots in India require their own protection, separate from my life abroad. Back home in India, I keep a dedicated fund of rupees 1.8 lakh, which covers 3 months of my home country expenses. This fund is strictly for family needs, emergencies, and property expenses back home. It isn't for sudden travel expenses. It's the stable foundation that keeps my property and family protected. Having local currency in both places means I never have to panic about exchange rates during a crisis. But I don't let this money stay idle. I make it work safely. Let's look at the host country strategy first. For my $24,000 fund here, I follow a simple rule. Tiered liquidity for maximum effectiveness. I keep exactly $8,000 of it in pure cash. This is my immediate response layer for a 24-hour crisis. I keep the remaining $16,000 in safe investment options that I can access relatively quickly if I need to. In a real emergency, you don't want to wait 3 days for a transfer. You need that cash available now. I also maintain a small line of credit or LOC strictly for emergencies. I don't use it for anything else. Let me give you an example of how this practically works to protect your mindset. Recently, the car I was using from a friend got a dent. It was an unexpected, stressful moment. Instead of panicking, I could immediately use a portion of my $8,000 cash layer to buy a professional repair kit. Because I had that cash ready, I could handle the repair myself without it becoming a financial disaster. The remaining $16,000, I put that into safe investment options where it can actually grow while staying protected. I initially looked for cashable GIs or short-term government-backed funds that guarantee the principal. But the best possible investment option I found was the Wealthsimple managed portfolio, which gives around 3 to 4% of returns. They mostly invest in bonds for stability, but they also invest a small portion in equities and ETFs. The goal here isn't to get 10% returns. The goal is to keep my money working while remaining 100% safe. Think of your emergency fund as your defender. It protects your long-term wealth from being cannibalized. Selling your long-term stocks during a market dip just to pay a bill is a mistake that costs you your future. With this split, I am always 100% ready. And my money isn't entirely lazy either. My rupees 1.8 lakh fund in India lives in an NRI account, my steady bridge back to home. I manage it using a powerful banking feature, the linked FD facility. Unlike a regular deposit, a linked FD connects your savings account directly to a fixed rate investment. When your account balance goes above the rupees 25,000 threshold, the bank automatically sweeps the excess money out of your savings account and creates a new linked fixed deposit to earn you higher interest. Let's look at a real-world example. Most banks sweep money in multiples of 5,000 or 10,000. Let's assume your bank uses rupees 5,000 blocks above your 25,000 threshold. In scenario A, let's say your balance is 28,000. You are exactly 3,000 over the threshold. What happens? Nothing yet. Because 3,000 rupees is less than the required 5,000 rupee sweep block, your full 28,000 stays in savings. Now look at scenario B where your balance hits 32,000. You are now 7,000 over the threshold. What happens here is that the bank triggers an automatic sweep of 5,000. The split is seamless. Your savings account drops back down to 27,000 and a brand new rupees 5,000 linked FD is instantly generated. Every time your balance triggers a new sweep, the bank creates a separate mini FD layer. Layer 1, created January 1st with 5,000 rupees swept, starts its own interest clock. Layer 2, created January 15th from a bigger deposit of 10,000 rupees, starts its own independent interest clock. But what happens on the flip side? When your savings account balance drops below the 25,000 threshold, nothing happens immediately unless you trigger a transaction that requires more money than your savings account currently holds. Let's review exactly how the system handles different scenarios when your balance sits below that limit. First, if your balance drops but you aren't spending money, the status quo remains. The bank does not automatically pull money back from your FD just to top up your savings account to rupees 25,000. The remaining money in your savings account earns low savings interest, while the money already swept into the linked FD continues to earn high FD interest undisturbed. And there is absolutely no penalty. You are not penalized for being below the threshold because the limit is just a trigger point for creation, not a minimum balance requirement. Now, the second scenario. If you try to spend more than what's left in savings, this is where the reverse sweep or sweep out kicks in seamlessly. Let's look at a quick math example. Imagine your current savings balance is 10,000, which is well below your 25,000 threshold. Your linked FD balance has 50,000 in it, and you suddenly need to make a purchase of 30,000. In step 1, the bank completely exhausts the 10,000 sitting in your savings account, dropping that balance to zero. In step 2, the bank instantly breaks 20,000 rupees from your linked FD to cover the rest of the bill, approving the transaction. Step 3 ensures everything else stays locked away safely. Your resulting balances are a new savings balance of 0 and a remaining linked FD balance of 30,000 rupees. For the 20,000 rupees that was automatically pulled out of the FD to clear your transaction, you will only earn interest for the exact number of days that specific 20,000 rupees sat in the FD. If that chunk was only in the FD for 15 days, you get the bank's official 15-day interest rate. Meanwhile, the remaining 30,000 rupees left untouched in your FD keeps earning its original, higher interest rate. It's a completely automated system that balances safety with high interest. This structure changed how I view my life abroad. I stopped playing defense and started playing offense. Once the $24,000 and the 1.18 lakh rupees were in place, the what-ifs didn't sound like threats anymore. You didn't move across the world just to survive on a tightrope. You came here to build an abundant life. And that abundance starts with the calm confidence that your capital allocation is optimized for emergencies. This dual fund blueprint was my very first step toward a true 9-to-5 exit strategy. It was the foundation that allowed me to take the risks that actually paid off in the long run. I want to hear from you today. Leave a comment below. Does your current safety net cover both sides of your life across borders? Thank you for being part of this story with me on NRI Roots and Returns. Until next time, invest wisely, live abundantly, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.